Me, Skip, I think Floyd just looked. Floyd, you done made enough money.
Things didn't go right. You know, took a loss. I took a heavy loss, actually. But nothing can hold me back.
Get back?
Yep.
Does this man have no shame?
No.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Get that money.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe responded bluntly after news emerged that Floyd Mayweather Jr. reportedly went bankrupt due to a $42 million scam, voicing clear frustration over how the situation unfolded. He stressed that all necessary legal procedures at both the state and federal levels were said to have been properly completed, yet he questioned why closer oversight was not exercised. In Sharpe's view, someone with Mayweather's stature and experience should have personally double-checked every major financial move rather than leaving critical matters unchecked. He implied that failing to stay directly involved in such high-stakes decisions can result in severe consequences, adding that greater diligence and hands-on verification are essential when dealing with multi-million-dollar transactions to avoid losses of that magnitude.
Disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you two checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service.
As criticism continued to build, Floyd Mayweather Jr. addressed the conversation by explaining how he views money and success. He made it clear that speaking openly about his wealth should not be mistaken for arrogance or poor character. From his perspective, financial success has always served as a resource that enables him to enjoy life fully and pursue a wide range of opportunities. He explained that having economic independence gives him the ability to design his own path, seek out unique experiences, and step into ventures that most people would never have access to. According to Mayweather, this philosophy is the driving force behind many of his bold and unconventional financial decisions.
Floyd, you seem really comfortable talking about money. A lot of people in the UK are not. So what are your beliefs around money?
Just because I talk about money doesn't make me a bad person. I mean, I like to have the finer things in life. Money don't make me, I make money. I like to feed my family, you know. We can't feed our family just saying I love you. You know, money is able to put us in a position so we can have the finer things in life. So we are able to travel over to the UK and experience and do different things. We're able to travel to Dubai and other countries and have fun and live life and experience different things. So when you're able to make a lot of money, you're able to do those certain things. And for those people that don't have any money, because life is all about having different experiences.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. acknowledged that his approach to business frequently includes significant risk. He explained that he chooses to place his money into projects that many people may not fully grasp, believing that stepping into unfamiliar territory can open the door to new ideas and breakthroughs. At the same time, he recognized that this strategy does not always succeed. In fact, he admitted that the majority of these ventures, around 90%, end up producing unfavorable results. Even so, he accepts that possibility, viewing himself as someone willing to take substantial chances in pursuit of an occasional major return, understanding that bold moves in business can bring either remarkable rewards or costly setbacks.
The money I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me. And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing. You know, I've gotten great results because I took my time.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. frequently puts his views on prosperity on full display, using social media and video clips to highlight large bank balances and bundles of cash. To him, these public demonstrations are not merely about showing off. They represent the journey he has taken and the level of achievement he believes he has reached. However, critics such as Shannon Sharpe see it differently. They argue that constantly spotlighting wealth could shift attention away from careful financial planning, raising doubts about whether emphasizing visible riches might come at the expense of disciplined money management.
The money man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. Had girl collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, but whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe extended his criticism beyond the reported fraud situation and turned his attention to Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s ongoing participation in exhibition matches. He questioned the purpose behind these events, suggesting that pay-per-view sales are driven largely by viewers hoping to witness Mayweather finally get defeated. In Sharpe's opinion, these contests no longer resemble traditional professional boxing. Instead, he compared them to staged entertainment similar to WWE. His remarks were not limited to the style of the performances. He implied that continuing these appearances risked diminishing Mayweather's long-established reputation by turning it into a commercial product aimed primarily at generating revenue.
I'm sure he could be 60 years of age and people would still pay-per-view to watch him box something.
And so the lure is still there.
Yeah.
They want to see Floyd get beat, even if it's somebody that's not a name that we are. Man, a YouTuber did something that a world champion couldn't do.
Yeah. Didn't?
Yes.
No.
But I saw Floyd Mayweather get knocked down.
But at what point does Floyd have enough money not to stoop to do these exhibitions? But at some point, there is athletic dignity attached to 50 and 0. And that's the allure of this?
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of, okay?
And the people that they're putting him in there with can't put him in harm's way.
No,
So he doesn't see like you said, I watched this ruckus on Twitter. I was like,
what?
Like, oh my goodness.
Okay.
It definitely was like WWE.
Shannon Sharpe pushed his argument further by referencing Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s exhibition matchup with Logan Paul. He suggested that the event did not reflect the stature expected of a fighter widely regarded as an all-time great. In Sharpe's view, participating in that type of spectacle signaled a willingness to trade prestige for financial gain. He questioned why an athlete who had already reached the pinnacle of the sport would risk diminishing his standing through appearances driven primarily by revenue. To Sharpe, the explanation was straightforward. He believes Mayweather is placing financial reward above legacy and personal pride.
Get back?
Yep.
Does this man have no shame?
No.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Get that money.
Yeah. Get that money.
He'll pick up either 15, 20 mil.
He was a highly respected champion.
Still
He
is.
dominated the sport.
Yes.
Greatest defensive fighter ever. And you're going to stoop to this?
Yep.
It's not even the right Paul. It's not Jake Paul. It's the older
we get
brother.
the brother. We get the brother.
He's
there.
easier.
Look, I was like, I started with the moment Nate Robinson hit that canvas face first.
Yep.
I'm like, who can we nominate as an athlete to get our get back? I looked at James Johnson.
Okay, but it's not Jake. It's the older brother.
I want somebody.
Somebody?
Brandon Marshall. Our first things first, Brandon Marshall.
Yep.
But I'm gonna tell you who good with their hands, and you might not know. Curtis Martin.
So what?
And we want our get back. That's what.
So you want Curtis Martin to fight Jake Paul now?
I wanted to fight something. We go get our get back. Y'all not finna have bragging rights.
This isn't even a fight.
Nope.
This is an exhibition.
No, I know what happens.
How low can you go?
I know you over there. You're like, yeah, we got him. No. We go get our get back. This for the culture. We got to represent. Money, represent.
Represent?
Yep, lump him up.
You represented against Conor McGregor, and it was a worthy fight.
That's
It
okay,
was
we'll
actually a battle.
We gonna lump him up. Yeah, we gonna lump him up.
As Floyd Mayweather Jr. turns more of his attention toward property investments, some of his recent statements have drawn doubt. He publicly stated that he had acquired 1,000 residential units spread across 62 buildings in New York City, a claim that quickly caught attention. However, Available property documentation does not reflect any transfer of ownership for those buildings, and organizations such as NYC Housing Partnership have indicated they were not informed of transactions matching that description. As a result, members of the real estate community are questioning whether the scope of Mayweather's announcement may have been overstated.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. I mean, we all know him, the tremendous, talented boxer, but people don't realize how smart he is in business, especially real estate. He just did a blockbuster deal, forget about it. Upper Manhattan, 1,000 units consisting of 60 buildings, affordable housing, $402 million purchase price. The seller, Black Spruce Management. This is going to be a monster, huge deal. Already a very big portion of it already closed. The remaining portion should be closing the beginning of 2025. This is a guy who believes in long-term wealth, generational wealth. He's heavily involved in skyscrapers. Now he's getting very, very big in affordable housing in Upper Manhattan. Tremendous deal. $402 million. Once again, 1,000 units, 60 buildings. Forget about it, Maron. That's what I'm talking about. That's smart. That's generational wealth, in my opinion. Not financial advice, not a financial planner, but very, very impressed. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Not too shabby. V for victory.
As journalists attempted to confirm the details surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s reported property acquisitions, the situation became even more unclear. A spokesperson linked to his business operations insisted that the purchases had indeed taken place, yet declined to provide an on-the-record statement. During the same conversation, another individual identified himself as James McNair, but observers noted that his voice did not align with previously documented recordings associated with that name. This irregular exchange has intensified doubts, adding further uncertainty about the legitimacy and transparency of Mayweather's claimed real estate holdings.
What's the point of buying 62 buildings? You buy a couple...
No, 62 units, I think, right?
No, 62 units could be one building.
Yeah, it could be.
They got buildings with 90 units and 100 and some units.
He has 62 multifamily units. That's what it says. So that's 62 buildings. Like you just said, it's probably 62
buildings. So think about it. If he has that, some of the buildings might not be in the best condition.
Right.
So knock it down and build, or knock, if they're side by side, knock both of them down. Don't renew rents. Let them move out and then build a skyscraper.
Right. Or if he makes commercial properties out of some of those.
That's what I'm saying.
The individual claiming to represent Floyd Mayweather Jr. explained that Mayweather's interest in real estate was rooted in his upbringing in modest, affordable housing. This background, he said, inspired an affinity for rent-regulated properties, as Mayweather saw an opportunity to earn income while supporting the community. Once the concept resonated with him, he allegedly became intent on acquiring as much as possible. While this narrative adds an emotional layer to his investments, skeptics question whether it is being used to defend statements that remain unclear or potentially exaggerated.
He's collecting rent, hustlers. You know how much rent that is? And guess what? I don't know his paperwork, but obviously if you spent that much in real estate, it looks like he spent it in one shot, but even if he didn't, but usually he did. And if he dealt with the same person, you get a deal, right? So through these deals, he's making money. It's definitely an income situation. They're all apartments. It's not a commercial building. They're all apartment buildings, which are commercial, but they're apartments. So guess what? $402 million in real estate. Hey, he's $500 million in real estate just off apartment.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has increasingly turned his attention to real estate. Yet as he publicly promotes his ventures with bold assertions, certain industry professionals are raising doubts about whether the scale of his holdings is being overstated. Although his stated aim appears to blend financial success with community impact, inconsistent records and grandiose claims are fueling questions about the authenticity of his portfolio. As a result, the public finds itself torn between respecting his ambition and questioning the credibility of his reported achievements.
Hey, who said Floyd ain't still out here doing big deals? Money Mayweather just inked a massive $402 million real estate deal in New York City, buying up 60 apartment buildings from Black Spruce Management, the equivalent of 1,000 apartment units. Now, Floyd said the goal is to be able to provide affordable housing to families that need it. Most of the units are located in Upper Manhattan. And he said that when he was a kid, his dream was just to be able to own a home and that you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. Damn, Floyd just bought the block. I'm proud of Floyd. He's come a long way. This is a guy who was once seen burning money in a nightclub. He spent $17 million on a watch. Not to pocket watch him, but people looked at him for years like, yo, he wastes a lot of money. Does he ever give back? And now he's providing affordable housing? Damn, Money Mayweather's come a long way. This is a real good look. It shows evolution, it shows maturity. Not to mention, it's always great to see another person of color become a landlord in New York City.
Well before the recent disputes, Floyd Mayweather Jr. established his fortune by taking high-stakes chances on himself. One notable example was his $750,000 wager on one of his own bouts, a daring gamble that signaled the start of his entrepreneurial journey. From that moment, he shaped his financial trajectory independently, bypassing conventional management approaches. While many supporters found this self-directed strategy motivating and emblematic of his confidence, it also carried inherent risks that have become increasingly visible in his current controversies.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up. So Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Unlike many of his peers, Floyd Mayweather Jr. chose to forego hiring a traditional manager, opting to personally negotiate and oversee all of his financial arrangements. This approach granted him complete authority over his career and earnings, but it also meant he bore total responsibility for every decision. When his strategy succeeded, it propelled him to become one of the wealthiest athletes of all time. However, without the guidance of a professional team, errors, such as falling victim to a fraudulent scheme, can lead to serious setbacks. This self-reliant model has been both a defining strength and his most significant vulnerability.
I think with Floyd, he's never had a manager as well, right? He's always negotiated his own deals. Is that what kind of led to his wealth? He didn't have to cut a
It's not that he ain't got a manager, but he has got a manager. So he's, can't remember his name now. So he's got a man, an elderly fella that's always with him. And, but he does, everything goes through him, everything. Floyd ain't very clever, believe me. But training wise, the man's a genius, and it's hard work, dedication. Don't matter how good you are. I mean, I am world class as an athlete, but I never trained like the top boys. I just thought, don't worry out, because I love a row, and I love the fighting. Let's just turn up. Yeah. I mean, but after 3-4 rounds, if I ain't knocked you out, got sting coming at my ass.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. frequently reflects on the differences between his rise and the current landscape. He points out that gaining influence in his era required relentless effort, unlike today, where social media allows anyone to instantly reach millions. Mayweather sees the struggle he endured to earn attention as what gives his achievements authenticity. However, critics contend that he is now relying on that established reputation while engaging in decisions that could undermine the very legacy he worked to build.
You and Taylor Swift?
Probably Taylor Swift.
Yeah?
Taylor Swift didn't come up in the same era as me. But I don't know if Taylor Swift can be relevant. We almost 30 years.
I was around, but the Floyd effect, the Taylor Swift effect.
Yes.
Like, you both have maximized and pushed the envelope and really just set the bar for everybody else that's coming after you.
But in today's time, there's different. You can push one button and 8 billion people can see it.
Yeah. Right.
Remember how I got to the top. I had to grind. I had to wrap vehicles, take them across country with my face on it. I go a month straight doing interviews every day from morning to night to build myself.
Yeah.
So I come from nothing, but now push a button, push a button, push a button, and all you gotta do is sit back and watch. If I had a head start like these fighters nowadays, man, what? I have every belt in box.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has stated that his monthly earnings reach approximately $30 million, totaling billions annually. Figures that, in some estimates, surpass even the income of Bill Gates. Despite being officially retired, he continues to pursue lucrative opportunities through exhibition bouts. Among his fan base, speculation points to a potential rematch with Conor McGregor as the most profitable possibility, promising enormous pay-per-view numbers and intense media attention. Yet the question lingers, would taking that fight risk irreparably harming the legacy he has built? It's a debate that keeps both supporters and critics watching his every move closely.
What would be the value in seeing it a second time? The first one wasn't bad, but the whole thing was this notion of suspense and unpredictability, and what would it be? Well, you got to see what it was. He got marched down and beaten up.
Yeah, it seems like Floyd might realize within himself that that's the last giant money fight he can make. It would have to be as close to a real fight as possible. I mean, it's a Conor who can still throw his hands, although to your point, the brand is damaged, and you know, he needs a win badly in the UFC to revive that. But I wonder if Floyd at 45 is saying to himself, if I've got to fight one more time, a real fight, and that Logan fight was weird, and Floyd, I think, didn't expect to have to navigate it the way he did. I wonder if Floyd thinks this is it. But even that could be a trap fight for him, Luke, because of his age. You never know, okay? But to your point, it's hard to get amped up for it unless one or both of them is sort of riding a certain level of momentum.
That wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time.